Well, hi, and welcome back. This time I'm going to try to use more of a professional microphone. I'm not so sure how professional, as I think I paid $7 for it on Amazon, but we're going to give it a shot. So, again, my name is Anthony, and I'm here to talk to you about classroom management from my experiences over the years as a teacher, middle school teacher, high school teacher, special ed, regular ed, as an administrator in both a public school, high performing, urban, and also principal in a therapeutic school. So it works everywhere. We're going to get right back to our topic of classroom management, the power of nurturing success behavior. So this section, we're going to talk about the importance of understanding the child and their background. Couple of important quotes I'd like to start out with, and we've heard them before, but we're just going to, sound them out one more time. Children don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. It's up to you to convey that sentiment. You do it through your tone of voice, through your body language, through the culture you create in that specific space. Okay? When a student is ready, the teacher will appear. Their comfort level will define their readiness. All right. They will eventually look to you to guide them. We're going to get there. We're going to talk about tons of strategies that you can implement literally tomorrow. We're going to talk about you for a minute because in the previous slide, we talked about how we're going to set ourselves up for success and really put on a mindset. It's going to be a little different. So I'm going to walk you through something, and if you don't want to participate, you don't have to. Of course, you can just forward through it, but it's part of this soul-searching experience that we kind of have to go through before we can get to some of these strategies. Have you ever experienced loss? Have you ever experienced trauma, heartache, despair? How about this? Have you ever been without a medication that you needed for a while? Well, what do? Can you go to work? Can you read? Read for understanding. Can you process information? Can you manage the normal day-to-day operations of any given physical space? So you go down to your kitchen after experiencing something traumatic. Can you sit in a chair comfortably? Can you eat breakfast comfortably? Or might you have a difficult time with that, even walking through the space, sitting appropriately, maintaining appropriate, quote unquote, proximity to others that might be nearby? Can you keep your hands to yourself? Would you be able to keep your voice at what we define as a classroom appropriate level? Think about your own life experiences. How about this? Were you optimistic during this time? Were you cheerful? Were you able to manage your own self-control? Could you be collaborative? How about this? Could you be generous? Can you give of yourself? Could you be gracious? Or could you be full of zeal? Well, it might sound absolutely ridiculous that I'm even asking these questions, but it's the closest thing that I could do to illustrate for you what's going on in many of our children as they enter school, as they come into the building, as they go through the hallways, as they go to your classroom. So it's what we're asking of our kids to do, right? So our kids, who I'm going to tell you more about it, are feeling a lot of this instability or uncertainty. Well, we're asking them to be optimistic, right? To be cheerful, to manage their self-control, be generous, be gracious, work with others, right? We even sometimes refer to our kids who act out as those kids who behave badly. That's the disruptive group. They're the noisy kids. Well, you know what? They're the ones that really don't want to be here anyway. Well, how about this? Who did you talk to so that you could move forward in your time of stress, of despair, of trauma, or of heartache? We're going to pause it right there. And I hope you had a moment to really do that soul searching. Our next slide we're going to dip into is going to talk about how to put together a success team, and you're going to need it because you can't do this alone. All right, thanks for tuning in, and I'm just going to end this section for now.